If we now open the plugin admin folder and create a new plugin file called country, and inside of this file, if you open that file, we're going to start with the opening PHP tag, and we check if isn't empty data rows. Then we do one thing, and I'm just going to close the PHP tag here, then open it down here, and then else. And inside of the else statement, we simply display the message: there are currently no records available. But if data rows isn't empty, first thing we're going to do is to unset two parameters from the URL, which are action and ID. Otherwise, we may get into some trouble later on when we're actually replacing the entire list using Ajax, which after clicking on the next and previous buttons could take us to the JSON reply rather than basically next page. So we're going to unset, and we're unsetting data object URL, and we go for params action, so that it's not going to be available to the pagination. Then unset data object URL, and we go for params ID. So now we can create a new paging class, so object paging equals new paging, and we obviously passing through data object URL as first parameter, then data rows as second, and how many rows we want to display per page. We only want to display 10 of them, so number 10 as the third parameter, and then countries equals object paging get records. And now that we have records assigned to countries, we can finally display them obviously within the plugin. So after the closing PHP tag, we're going to start with the table, cell padding 0, cell spacing 0, border 0, class TBL repeat, and we start with the first TR, which is a table row obviously. Then we have heading country. Then we have another heading with a class col_1 and TA_R to align to the right. We have active. And then if I copy this active one and paste it underneath, rather than active this time, it's going to be remove. Now, after the first table row, we go for T body tag and a closing one, and for each loop using countries as item, and then closing PHP tag with the bracket here. After the table, we're also going to display the pagination. So PHP echo object paging get paging. And in the next video, we're going to create the obviously the code for this for each loop.